great
He
stimuli.
can hurt himself on so many things at Home Depot.
Well, yeah, when he's with you. I'm at work. Keith goes, check this out. And I'm like, I literally saw, I got wide-eyed. I'm like,
And I want you to take note of the gigantic smile on my son's face as he's being pushed around the aisles and running through the aisles, and we're checking things out.
there's
He's
so
loving
much
it.
that he could get hurt on at Home Depot.
Of
People
course.
be barreling through with their, their wood slabs. They turn a corner quick.
Yeah.
Not to mention, it's cold and flu season. He's got
Stop.
his hands all over these
What is this?
dirty, dusty Home Depot carts. And I'm like, wash his hands.
I think that you've got to expose your child to the elements and to adversity and to all the things in the world that could hurt them. So long as you're around them, I think he's fine. That's my thought on parenting, especially parenting a son, where he's going to get hurt, he's going to fall down, he's going to get into fights, all these things. It's going to be physical. He's going to be met with aggression. Like, I think the earlier that you can expose him to certain things, the better.
Yes.
I'm going to raise a strong son.
Moderation.
Yeah, of course.
We go to
But
Target and you're like, here, let's go kick a soccer ball in aisle 3. And I'm
yeah.
can we just go get Cheerios? But like, it's fun. I get it. You create the fun and I create the safety in the elements, in the wild.
But isn't that the biology, right? I feel like I've read something in this.
guess.
It's like men and fathers, we release this chemical in our bodies when we play with our children, and they release the same chemical, and it's like this really positive
And they look
connection.
to you for that.
And he looks to me for that, exactly. And then he'll turn to you, and generally he wants comfort and security, and he sees you as sustenance too, because you cook all the meals and it's food, and anytime he has a need, oh, mom is the one that's going to hook me up. Whereas with me, it's like, I'm bored, I want to have fun, dad comes in, I'm running to the back door, he wants to play basketball with me in the living room.
He'll throw me on the cart at Home Depot.
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, it's great. It's fine.
Do you want me to throw you on the cart at Home Depot? Is that what this is about?
Me?
Yeah.
You have. You literally
Wait, have I?
Yeah, remember that?
Oh, I did. So that's great.
Yeah. No, this is what I mean. Like, it's easy. It's fun. We have fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. But yeah, I just think there's a time and a place. For instance, with baby number 2 on the way, I like to have you at my appointments. I know you like to be at my appointments.
Me too.
But we can't find someone to be here with Keith at every single appointment. So we bring him, and I'm like, all right, Keith, load him up in the stroller.
Mm-hmm.
I've got snacks. I've got books. He's got to just be stationary. You're like, here, son, we're in the room. You want to play with the paper on the chair? Do you want to? And I'm like, oh, I don't know if they want him running around in here.
No, I get it. I mean,
I start to think about other people. And
Yeah,
you're like,
yeah.
nah, let the boy roam. It's fine.
Well, again, he's in the safety of an enclosed space. He can't get hurt in an office like that. And nor am I letting him get close to the doctor or the interaction between you two guys.
Okay.
But like, he's going to get bored on my lap. He's going to get bored with the book that he's got in front of him. Like, I think you got to let a kid roam. I don't even think it's like exclusive to a boy. I think a girl has to also experience life.
He's got to learn to be bored too.
Yeah, but he's got yes, and that's what the second nap lately has been, right? Like he's not going to sleep, 50-60% of the time during that second nap, and he's just having some quiet time.
Nap, yep.
Yeah, he's having some.
We've called it
quiet
quiet time. Yeah,
by himself. Yeah, and it's funny. He willingly will go with you. He won't fight it when you say, "Hey, you want to get some quiet time upstairs?"
Yeah,
and he'll go up there and he'll just lay in his crib and
like
stare at
meditates.
the ceiling and yeah, exactly.
And he does it in the car too.
He's
I've
really
noticed.
good at that. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and thank goodness we got a really good son. And it's an evolution. Like, we might sound like we're really good at this. I don't think it's that. I think it's just like we're learning and we're in battle, to go back to like the beginning of this podcast episode. Like, we're in battle right now and we're doing our best, and just stay above water and just survive. And I think we'll be good, and live in those like little moments, because they're fleeting. And I think that's the best advice. When did you realize you loved me?
Oh, what the heck?
What was the moment? Do you know if there was one?
We were talking a little bit. We touched on this a little bit yesterday. I love when we get into our impromptu, like, relationship talks about early us.
Yeah.
I knew early, but I also, maybe I'm just a girl, but I also like where you felt like you had to do some internal work and you had some growing to do. And you like had to do you. I feel like I had done me. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it makes perfect. I think men generally need more time than women. Women are much more
I don't know.
emotionally mature earlier
Maybe,
than men. I don't think that's a
I don't
controversial
know.
statement.
But I was at a point where I was kind of letting go of the reins a bit because I was like, listen, I'm great. Like, I don't mean to sound conceited. I just was
you are great.
I was at a point where I was like, look, I know what I want in someone. I know what I have to offer. First and foremost, like I know what I have to offer to a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
I know what I'm willing to give. I know what I'm willing to not accept. Where he at? Like, I'm not going to be out here, flipping through applications. I was not on any apps. That was not me. I lied. I was on an app for like 5 minutes.
Okay.
I was on an app for maybe all of 5 minutes.
Okay.
I'm not playing.
Yeah. That's fine.
So I was ready. So
give yourself grace.
So the introduction of you was very funny. We don't need to go through the whole spiel right now, but basically,
but we will basically.
No, but basically I just keep this always on the radar, right? Like we were friends. There was a certain point in the summer when we were like Snapchatting back and forth and, exchanging pleasantries, if you will. And then it was just like, do you want to grab drinks? And I thought it was all business. We go to drinks and
just friendly was what it was, right? Because that's all it had been for years.
But our relationship for most of it was like discussing like the news business and how to, me taking advice from you and just trying to be friendly with someone who was, in a world where not many people were giving me honest, positive feedback. You were, and I was like trying to hold on to that and like learn from you. So whatever. Fast forward a couple months into us like kind of just hanging out a little bit. I was just kind of like, this is pretty easy. Like
that literally was.
I kind of dig him, but I knew early. I was just kind of like, I'm down for the ride. I'm here. I felt like you weren't down for the ride quite as much as I was down for the ride.
It took me a long time. When the pandemic hit, my ex and I broke up, like literally in March of the pandemic. So it starts and I'm home alone with the dog. And I more or less felt like, marriage isn't in the cards for me. At that point I was 35. I'd been in two or three long-term relationships that lasted 4 or 5, 6 years. And so I'm like, man, common denominator's me. I've got to stop trying to find somebody. And I think I fell into a place where I took pressure off of it. And then all of a sudden we hang out and we get drinks. And it was fun. We talked about like the most ridiculous things. We went to City Works in King of Prussia. It was great. It was like, we sat like right along the bar at like weird pandemic tables. You remember that?
Yes. It was at the bar, pickles. But at a table. It was weird.
Yeah. And it was just too easy. And that was the first sign of like, okay, this is good. And then slowly but surely we were hanging out. But we weren't hanging out like usually when two people get together, it's like magnetism and it's like, you want to see each other constantly. It wasn't.
And texting 24/7.
We didn't have that pace. We were texting a lot, but we didn't have that pace until like, I don't know what clicked, where all of a sudden with me, I went, this is so easy and I'm not trying. And I don't think I can not hang out with this person. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I couldn't see my life without you. And that was like a real hard turn for me. To the extent then that it was like, now I've got to talk to your dad and ask for your hand, and I've got to start looking at rings. And at no point during that did I feel any hesitation. And you know me around like big decisions.
Yeah.
Big decisions, I take my time. I do tons of research. I did no research. Like this was just something that felt right. My father gave me the best advice ever. And I know I say it too much.
You have said this.
With your mother, I never had to think about it. And he told me this for years. And I thought for the longest time
How?
in relationships, this is bad advice. And you just lucked into a great marriage with mom, right? Because he got married at 25.
Yeah, every couple we know who's been together for, 30, 40 plus years has said, like, it just was easy.
That's it.
It's just, you don't think about it.
Right.
And I'm like, that's a weird way to characterize how you fell into this.
And you only hear that advice, too, from people who've been married for a while.
Yeah.
That's the other thing, too, is like, you can't, and this is funny, we've been married for 3 years almost. Has it been 3 years?
We're
coming up on 3.
Will be 3.
So maybe we're terrible at giving this advice right now. But I don't know, it's still easy. Even with a son and a child on the way, it's still easy. It's still the easiest thing in my life. It really is.
We are easy.
Yes, it's yeah. Parenting's hard.
There have been some like things where I'm kind of like where we're tested, but when we sit down and it's just the two of us and doing this and like cameras or no camera, like it's just this.